Hey pretty peas! Today we are making gluten-free, yes you heard that right, gluten-free chicken enchiladas. In recent months I've stumbled across some health issues that I have that have made me go gluten-free, and instead of absolutely torturing my family, I will make these as close to the normal thing as I possibly can. So follow along and I'll show you what I do. I start with washing and drying my chicken and cutting off all of the fat and saving it for my chickens for later. I put all of that into a lined crock pot and I added each of these spices in without really measuring anything because I season with my heart. Now my husband also does try to give me his life insurance policy quite often, and so I have learned how to make healthy things taste like they should be against the law. I'm hoping to torture him for many years to come. I got this Herdez salsa verde and I will add that entire jar over top after I've added my spices in. Then I add some diced green chilies. I am using the mild version of each of these ingredients, but if you like a little spice, you can go ahead and add the hot or mild or, whatever floats your boat. I have 2 toddlers, so I just like to add hot sauce after the fact to my own plate, but I make everything mild for them. I'll give everything a good mix, and I added some coriander because I realized that I forgot to add that to the original spices, but it's delicious and we can't forget it. We'll give that a good mix. Then I added salt and pepper to taste. I was going to put in some of this guacamole salsa until I looked at the ingredients and realized that it has soybean oil, which is definite no-no in my house. So we are going to return that to the store, and we'll put a lid on this and wait until these numbers turn into these numbers. Now let's check and see how our chicken is doing. If you cannot shred your chicken with a spoon, then it is not ready yet. Obviously, this is more than fork tender, it is spoon tender, so we are going to spoon this out into a separate bowl. And I will then begin just mixing it with my spoon, maybe getting of a couple of stabs, because it's fun and gets my anger out. Don't judge me. We'll mix all of that up, and once it is nicely shredded, I will then ladle in some of those yummy, delicious juices until everything is nice and moisturized and it has this consistency. Then I will take some fresh cilantro and put that in there. And some cheese. Don't come for me for using bagged cheese. I am a busy mom. I found these gluten-free tortillas. Ordinarily, I would just use corn tortillas because they are gluten-free, but I saw these and decided to give them a try. I will fill each one of my tortillas, fold it, and put it into a Pyrex dish. Once I have them all in there, I'm going to spray them with avocado oil and brush that on there to spread it out, and this will help the tortillas kind of crisp up in the oven a bit. We'll put those in the oven until they begin to brown and get crispy. Then I take them out and I put the remainder of the sauce that was left over from the chicken on top with some cheese. And then I will go ahead and put it back into the oven until that cheese melts. I will say day one of these tortillas were really delicious and they came out really good. However, during leftovers, they were pretty mushy, even more mushy than regular tortillas would be. So I would say if you're going to eat this all in one sitting, then these gluten-free tortillas are just fine. But if you are going to have leftovers and plan on meal prepping these, I would use a corn tortilla. It is embarrassing how long it took me to get this one out of the pan, so I used some playful editing, and then I just made a really quick Spanish rice out of what I had in the fridge. This is definitely not my normal rice and what it looks like. Added a dollop of sour cream, and like I said, a little hot sauce to my own because, well, it's yummy. And that's what it looks like. Let me know if you try this. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe.